Guys, I'm trying to get a better live streaming. This is somewhat of a test run, but also the topic here is protecting our children from unhealthy influences. So if you're out there, guys, shoot me a comment. Let me know that you can hear me, and we'll get started here. Yeah, like this. This is better. The reason why I talked about outside influences, guys, because I was looking at a video from a YouTuber, and to be specifically, it was Ros video. Ros from Ros Squad. I think it's called Chopping It Up with Ros. I think recently she had a loss in her family, her son, and I could see the hurt in her face, when she was doing her videos. First of all, I do want to offer my condolences to her and her family. I don't wish that on anyone to lose a child, because that can be a hurtful thing, and only that person, that parent, know what a loss can feel like. Something I was looking at, it was kind of heart-wrenching for me. That's the reason why I'm talking about this. That's the reason why I say protect your children from unhealthy influences. And I was listening to her. I think she made a video 7 days ago. I was listening to her express herself. I think she was referencing, she didn't call the name, she called, she made reference to a person, and I do think she was talking about Latrice Allen. I didn't watch the whole entire video, but I watched some of it. And she seemed pretty angry. Then I could hear someone in the background typing, talking, unsure if that was her child, one of her children. But I heard that, and it was a little disturbing how someone, if that is her child, is behind the scene, being part of this ongoing media frenzy with the arguments and name calling and criticism, and for them to play that role, for them to be entertained by that behavior, is questionable to me. Now, I saw a few of her videos before, and it seemed like the same type of energy, criticism, mocking, drama, that type of energy. And that seems like that's what her video's about. And if you have children, I don't care if they're adults, young, if you rear them in that way, they may turn out to be a person that keeps up a lot of mess, drama, and they get brought in and drawn into bad situations. And it's like you teach them how to behave like that. So that's why I say protect your children from unwanted influences, unhealthy influences. The social media out here, it can be used in a positive way. It can. And also a lot of people use it in a negative way. I noticed that Roz, she has gained quite a bit of following. And it tells me something. You are gifted. I'm gonna put it out there. You are gifted. You got a way of reaching people. However, how do we reach people? Do we reach them through by putting other people down, wreaking havoc in other people's lives, bad mouthing people, like ongoing, constant? Do we do that? Are we using that talent in a positive way? One may say, well, I'm gaining followers. That is quite positive. I possibly could get paid for this, just keeping drama. People do get paid for keeping drama up. And maybe, that could be your calling. However, I would say this. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy to continue to be a person filled with uh, drama, filled with hatred, filled with problems that can mess with your psyche, that can mess with your internal organ, your internal. It'll make you sick. You may have high blood pressure. You may possibly have a stroke. You can create a world of trauma for yourself by the things that you do. So I say this: steer that energy, steer your energy in a positive direction where your children can learn how to be positive. And when seeing problems, know how to address it, not to keep on being combative, not to be argumentative, not to be on the social media and known for drama, because that is only gonna last so long. And I say this because I went back and looked at some of your other videos, and I was trying to figure out, is she really a person of drama? Is this her real makeup, or is she just grieving because she just lost her son? And I didn't see nothing different. I didn't see anything there. I saw it just like a person that's on the sideline mocking, criticizing, laughing, calling people names. I saw, to me, somewhat like a childish behavior. I don't know how old you are or whatever, but I just saw something that to me was not pretty. I'm just gonna put it out there. It was just not pretty. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your family. Yeah, you getting your followers up there. You getting them up there, but at what cost? Is it your sanity, your health, what kind of household do you have? What kind of household are you creating? You know, it's just not healthy. So my advice to you to steer your talent in a different direction. To make it. Right now you got a follower. You picked up a follower. Why not pick up more with something positive and constructive? Talk about something else. Not make your channel be about this one person day in and day out. And quite frankly, it's a lot of negative name calling, insults. I couldn't believe it. I was heartbroken. I was looking to find. I think I did see something. I think you cooked at one point. That was way back when. But I saw your subscribers went up when you were feuding against Latrice Allen, when you were name calling, when you were mocking, when you were laughing, when you were saying cruel things, and and then I can hear someone in the background in support of all this. It kind of broke my heart, and I said to myself, Lord, I hope this is not a child that is being brought up in the midst of teaching them how to do this. Okay, teaching them how to be keeping up drama and combative and mean. So I don't know. I just hope I wish you well, but I want you to think about the things you do before you do them. I want you to think about your children and how you're bringing them around this kind of this world this circle that you're creating around them. It's just food for thought. So, I did hear in your last video, you talked about how you are trying to get help, some therapy for you and your family, how to cope with this loss, because you indicate that you never lost a child before. And I know that can be gut wrenching. And you're trying to get therapy, and that's great. You should be commended for that. However, to get on social media after a tragic incident is what you had in your family, it's kind of scary. Are you, I don't know. People are different. I don't know. I just think I wouldn't be on say social media, just going back doing the same thing I was doing in the past. I think that would cause me to make a change in my footsteps and what I'm doing and how I'm living. For me, for me. So I guess it's like people say, people handle things differently. Sometimes things, you know, hurt people, hurt people. Sometimes things, people handle things, situation differently. You know, maybe however you were in the past, you may become a worse person or a better person, but change for the better. And what I'm seeing is it's questionable. Use that talent you got. Use that talent and direct that in some other path. You got to follow it. Only thing you got to do is change it for the better. Talk about something else, you know, talk about other artists. You know, they have channels where you review different people and their lives and their experience. Talk about these different experiences. I guarantee you, I really believe your numbers will go up even higher. Okay, because everybody don't hate Latrice, and everybody don't hate you. So try to redirect that talent. Offer some other news on other people. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on out here. They just had another rapper. He was involved in a shooting, and you know, sad, rest his soul. I think it's a Slim 400. Then Dolph. He, you know, it was a terrible incident with that. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world that can use your talent that you can be talking about. You can bring us news that is constructive and beneficial, other than Latrice Allen. And it saddened me, Latrice Allen. Okay. Now who else? Give me some other news. Give me some juicy news. It sounds like you can really deliver. So let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else. Because our children are watching. Do we want our children to be like us or better than us? They're watching. They're watching our every move. I don't care if they're young. I don't care if they're middle-aged. I don't care if they're adults. We have to set an example. We have to set an example. And to hear this child in the back, whoever child that is, every time you say something, they are reporting to you, and then you reference from there, you talk off of that. So it's two of you guys. You done teamed up, and you guys are just talking, and you're criticizing. I heard you call the woman ugly, and then you start talking about Coco, and then you start talking about. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So why don't we, when I say we, people of talent, I would say you have talent. Redirect that energy, redirect that talent to something constructive. Talk about other people. Be a presenter of news about other people. There's more people in the world than Latrice Allen. I'm sure you can find some good info to talk about, some juicy info to talk about other people. I guarantee you, your following will pick up. It will pick up. So this is just what I see, Roz. I see this, and I'm bringing it to the table. I offer constructive advice. My page is Patricia E-TV, also known as Patricia E. Jackson. And I just saw some things. It was heartening. It was heartening. The last video you made, I could see that you were hurting. I can see that you're angry. And also I said, let me go back and watch a couple of other videos. Is it something that was said to make her express herself this way? Did somebody say something to her for her to be this aggressive and this angry? I went back and watched some of your videos, and I see the same behavior. So I question, I'm like, is this who you are? Is this who you are? But if this is who you are, then we may need to read that. You may need to make some changes because it's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's just not. Because when a person is grieving, I won't say because I can't tell you how to grieve. But based off from your other videos, this seemed like a pattern. This seemed like a pattern. And use that talent for the good. Use your talent. You seem like a smart lady. Use that talent for something else. I also wrote down a couple of notes here. Okay? I wrote down a couple of notes. And you talked about you were wanting to talk with your therapist on how to heal. I'm sure you're on the right path with that. I'm sure they're going to offer you advice because when you are on social media and you create a large audience as you're starting to acquire, people watch. People watch every move. They watch what you say. They watch to see if you're really genuine. Okay? They watch to see if you're a messy person. Okay? So a lot of this, the only thing they got to do is go back and look at your other videos. They can tell what your makeup is, if you're really genuine. So let's bring peace around us. Let's bring peace into our life. And one way we can do that is start talking about constructive stuff that's positive. Stay away from the negative. If you're trying to heal, you talked about healing. If you're trying to heal, let's move away from that because it seems as though it made you angry. It made you say things. You said the woman's face was this. You said she was ugly. You said something about a dead child. I said, "Oh my God, what is this? This is not good. This is not good." I watched some of it, but I couldn't watch all of it. It was kind of heart-wrenching. I was like, well, if a person grieving, we would hope that we would kind of disconnect ourselves with that, you know? Because to me, it'll make me move in a different manner, different way. I wouldn't want to be on YouTube cussing people out, calling them names and laughing and mocking. Hey, that's just me. People deal with things differently. People cope differently. But protect your children from unhealthy influences. And right now, if you want my honest opinion, maybe you don't, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. I think this is an unhealthy environment that you are wrapping your children in, or whoever that is on that sideline. That may not even be your child. It could be a cousin, a niece, or a friend. But in the past, it was one of your children that was helping you on social media. So we don't really know because I don't see the face, I don't see the name, but it sounds like that same voice. And it's making me think that they have adapted a kind of behavior like you, and that's to pick, poke, and make fun. Pick, poke, and make fun. And it's just not healthy. Because that's why it can be a generational curse. You guys ever saw why certain people hate certain groups of people? They were raised and taught how to hate. And we talk about that all the time. Why they don't like the color of our skin? Why are we treated like that? You know why? Because they're taught from infancy how to be cruel and how to hate people, how to be mean. You know what I'm saying? That's a taught lesson. So that's the same thing with our children nowadays. Are you teaching them how to go on YouTube and Facebook to harass people, to taunt people, to mock people, to make fun of people off the backs of other people? And then you got this collective group of people supporting you. Go do it. And see, that changes unless you are that person already. Just you're finally coming to the forefront. But then you start to be something. Is that you? Then you become this person, and then your children, they see that. So it's like a generational curse. It's a generational curse. So I say to you, make some changes. I'm gonna say make some changes in your life. Stop with the bickering. Stop with the criticizing. Stop with the unhealthy influences over your children. This could be for many, because it'll become a generational curse. And we don't want to be cursed. Sometimes we curse ourselves. You know, we can create a bad situation for ourselves. It's not too late. It's not too late. I hope many are listening. That can be applied to anybody. It is never too late to change for the better. Now, you may have caused damage to people in the past. They may not be willing to forgive you, but it's never too late to change for the better. So sorry for your loss, my dear. But let's move forward. Let's redirect that talent, and hopefully things will pan out better for the good. Thank you guys for sitting in on Patricia E-TV. Thank you for your time. I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to my page. And actually, you can also reach me at Patricia E. Jackson. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sitting in, guys. I was just talking about protecting our children from outside influences, from unhealthy influences. Unhealthy influences make, it's like, even with adult children, you got to be careful how you interact with them, what you expose them to. As a parent, you got to set an example. You got to be a leader. You got to be a leader for your children. You can't be sitting on the sideline making fun and mocking people and talking about people day in and day out. That's hypocritical. Unless you want to train them in the way you want them to be brought up. You want to train them to behave like that? They will if they follow you. All right, guys, I thank you. I thank you. I see I have a few visitors that has chimed in, meaning they're watching. Yeah. Guys, this is Patricia E-TV. We will be doing interviews. We will be, sometimes I may even be talking about certain content by myself. I'll pick a topic and I'll talk about it. Or sometimes you may see visitors on my channel expressing their viewpoints and talking with us and talking with going live with me. So this is going to be a regular thing, guys. But thank you for supporting me. Without you, there's no me when it comes to growing this channel. You guys have been a trooper in supporting me, and I thank you for that. So stay tuned. We got more good stuff coming. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.